This is Doom Part 7. I've got a zombie, a marine, an open door with monsters outside that I haven't bothered populating yet. I promised I would have. Promised last time that I was going to prep the board. I didn't. But the door is open because a hellbrute came bursting through and the marine killed it with a punch. One punch. Now, just off screen, there is a mancubus on his way in. So there's an imminent threat on the other side of the room. So what we do know is that outside there's a door here and there's a door way over here blocking things off. So that's there is a door down here as well, actually, but we know where that goes. That door goes to the lounge where we started. As appealing as it might be to go all the way back to the beginning of this story, I think I'll give that a pass. Thanks. I'm gonna keep going forward. Or forward. That's the thing we don't know. Which of these two doors do we want to explore? I think because this one's right there, that might be the option that I take. But looking at the map, it does look like I need to populate some things. Okay, so there's a demon dog out here lurking around in the hallway. We can probably hear that sort of shuffling around out there. This isn't within line of sight, but let's just say, well, we'll place it there anyway. We don't have to say anything. We'll just place an item there because it exists on the map. There's a box of ammo over here and a health medkit. Okay, so it's the Marine's turn. We have choices to make, and as I say, I think the choice is just the closest one that is convenient. I think that's the thing that we're going to do. Just to declare orders, I think an attack on the zombie, and then a move away from the mancubus, pretty much. I think that's what I want to do. Attack first. Do I have ammo? My gosh. No, I don't. I have a red key. I do have a red key. I have an armor rating of 3, and I have half my health. I have 0 ammo, so I cannot shoot. So the best thing that this marine can do is hit the zombie. That's 1 red die, and it's a miss. Well, that's too bad. But I've declared what I'm going to do, so that was that. And then half of a move is usually 4, like an advanced move is usually 4 squares. I've got the scout move. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then spend 2 action points, 2 movement points, 2 squares essentially, to close the door. Monsters can reopen the door, but it takes 2 squares of movement to do so. So whether the monsters want to close the door or not is going to be another, and this zombie, 1, 2, 3, he can't open that door at the end of his turn. So that'll slow things down a little bit. And now the marine is on the other side, and what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he can still go 7, 8, picking up this box of grenades. That cannot be a bad thing. That's my second box of grenades. I guess I lied when I said I had no ammo. I have grenades. And I think right now might be time to leverage those grenades. So it is now the invader player's turn. The invader player currently has 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards, so the invader player does not draw up. Well, the invader player does have the smash card. Play at the start of your turn, that's what this is. Remove 1 door, even a locked door, or an obstacle from the board. So I'm just going to smash this door, so it no longer exists. The invader player can spawn And I think at this point I may as well, just because I'm maxed out on my cards. So I may as well play this double zombie spawning card. And I will spawn 2 new zombies. I'm going to have to spawn them sort of around a corner because I'm not allowed to spawn these guys within line of sight of the Marine. So they're just going to crawl out of this vent here and kind of line up around the corner. So the Marine left 1 zombie and now is realizing, oh, let me get a different color. And now he's being pursued by 3 of them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mancubus moves in, 1, 2. I'll just move him into the room. The demon obviously is going to move, 1, 2. And then this guy will move, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, do I have to roll for this, or could we just say that the Marine is definitely fragged? I guess I'll roll for it, but I'm feeling like this is a frag. Let's do the easy ones first. It looks like 1 zombie in range. That's a hit with a 3 range where 1 was needed, and it's 4 damage. Now, the Marine has a 3 armor value. There's only 1 3 and 4, so that's just 1 wound token lost. And now I guess we'll do the demon. Demons roll a red and 2 blues, so we can do that. And again, it's melee, so any range succeeds. Well, I guess a 0 wouldn't have succeeded, but 1 succeeds for 7 damage. There are 2 3s in 7, so that's 2 wounds. And then finally the imp. And imps hit with, or they attack with yellow and blue. Be really useful to get a miss here. No miss. 4 damage with an armor rating of 3, so that's 1 damage taken. And so that is, we're down to 1 wound token at this point. We got 1 remaining wound. And now it's the Marine's turn, yeah? And I think what's going to happen is that this Marine's going to back up. I don't know how far you have to back up to use a grenade. He's going to back up, and he's going to throw a grenade. Grenades use yellow and 2 blues. So that has got a 2 range. I guess I was supposed to declare who I was targeting with this grenade. Really, I just kind of, wanted to target everybody, but it does have a blast attribute. So I'm going to just, obviously I would target the closest creature possible. 1, 2, that's the demon. And it looks like there is 6, 7, 8. 8 wounds is what I've done with the grenade. And the grenade has 2 special properties. One is the blast property, and the other is the seeking property. Seeking attacks do not need line of sight to the target square. They still cannot pass through a closed door or wall, but they can pass through blocking obstacles. So that doesn't really do anything for me. But the blast property, attacks with a blast ability affect an area within X spaces of the target space, where X is equal to the number of blast icons. Okay, well, it only has 1 blast icon. So if this is the target square, then it goes around the target within 1 square border. So that gets the imp and the yellow zombie and the demon. The blast attack deals full damage to each figure it affects. Now, if I had missed with that grenade, the grenade would have scattered, and then I would have drawn some card from the Doom deck, and I would have looked at it upside down to find out what direction it scattered in. But that's not the case here. It hit the demon, and it takes out the demon because the demon has a armor rating of 3 and 2 life. So that's 2 life. Yeah, armor rating of 3, so that's 3 and 3. So that's 6. I got 8. So 8 is greater than 6, so he does die. The imp has an armor rating of 2 and only 1 life, so obviously he dies. The zombie has an armor rating of 2 and 2 life. He dies. And I think that's the entire blast radius. I think. Yeah, because it's 1 yeah. So that's 1. Okay, cool. That was highly, highly successful. That was very effective. And I didn't even lose any ammo, which frankly is shocking to me. And as usual, completely forgot to declare what my actions were going to be. So that was 1 attack. I think the obvious thing for me to do here would be to take an advance move, which is 8 squares because of my sprint ability. So I'm going to go for the health token. I have to. I cannot open a door into who knows what. I need to get health again. So it could be a mistake. Maybe it'd be better to just take a frag and respawn or something. But I gotta keep fighting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got some ammo. That's not health. I realize that. But at least I can shoot back at people now, and health is just there. Not sure where I stand as a Marine at this point, running for his life, but it is the invader player's turn. The player does get to draw a card because now I'm under 8 cards in my hand, and this time I got Darkness. Play at the start of your turn. Well, it's not the start of my turn. Until the start of your next turn, Marines cannot trace line of sight farther than 4 spaces away. Okay, well, I think that's okay because I kind of like to get up close and personal for my kills anyway. So I don't know that I... Although, you know what? No, worse. I mean, first of all, it's not in play right now. But part of that, too, is it means that things can just spawn, like, right in front of my face, practically. 4 squares away, but they don't have to be, like, around a corner or anything like that. So I think, again, that is not in play yet. So I think I will instead... I think I'll just... I think I'll spawn some monsters. I've got a zombie, imp, and trite combo, the classic combo, just around the corner. And now, of course, all of the invader creatures are able to be activated. So let's see how to do this smartly. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4 would be one way of doing it. And then, yeah, 1, 2, 3... And then trites go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll just bring up, well, actually, 1, 2, 3, yep. And then 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, the Mancubus. There's actually a barrier in front of the Mancubus. This guy's kind of huge. Like, there's this barrier, and then he presumably... I mean, he can't move... literally can't fit between the barrier and the bulkhead. Like, there's only 1 square. He's bigger than 1 square. I'm just gonna assume that him being a big hell brute beast, he can pick up this thing and move it, but then I'm gonna say that that was his turn, because it takes 2 squares of movement to open a door. So I'm assuming that when you pick up debris, it's going to take 2 turns, even for a Mancubus. So that's my house ruling for now. I don't remember the exact rules of how to get around a barrier if you're more than 1 square large. Okay, back over into the hallways. So we do have text that I forgot to read for Area 3, and this is Area 3. So when the Marine entered this hallway section, I was supposed to read this. It's kind of inconsequential, but the corridor is ominously quiet. Well, I certainly don't... I don't remember it ever being quiet. Ahead, you see the corpse of a Marine lying on his back, with several grenades still attached to his vest. Several shadowy forms begin moving towards you. Yeah, well, that has happened, and that has not gone overly well. Really, I just want some wounds, so I'm gonna do an advance move. He's gonna move to grab his grenade. 1, 2, and not his grenade. His health grenade, I guess we could call it. And so that restores 3 wounds. 1, 2, 3. So that's good. a little bit over half dead now. 1, 2, what was that? 1, 2, right? 3, 4. So I'm just gonna walk right up to this imp. Actually, you know what? 5, 6. So now I'm within range of both of these characters. All three of them really, the imp and the zombie and the trite. And I'm just gonna punch somebody. And that's a miss. That's not what I wanted from the second half of that turn, but there you go. So that advance action has failed. Well, the advance worked. I just have a feeling now that I'm going to take all the wounds that I just restored. It's the invader player's turn now. Drawing up one card from the Doom deck. And it is the Charge card. Play when you activate an invader. Double the invader's movement speed for this activation. I think I will. I'm just going to play it right now. I'm going to play that card and have the Mancubus move 2. So the Mancubus is a little bit closer now. And I mean, honestly, he's got ranged attacks. He could start attacking, but I'm not going to have him shoot from that far away. The likelihood of hitting from a great range is just, I mean, it's pretty small. So won't be doing that. But I'm obviously going to have everyone else attack the Marine, or at least everyone who can. So that's the Imp, the Zombie, and the Trite. We'll start with the Zombie, just because that's the first one in the card. Okay, range works, and that's 5 damage. I have a rating of 3 armor, so there's only 1 3 in 5. That removes 1 token from the Marine. Next is the Imp. That's a blue and yellow dice. That's better than... that's pretty good. I don't mind that one. Plenty of range, only 3 wounds. So that's just the one health token lost. Could have been worse. And then finally a Trite. And that's a miss. That's very fortunate. I will always take a miss. That's great. Well, I'll always take a miss for the bad guys. Well, I think that's probably a good place to stop. We've definitely got some overcrowding issues. But if this Marine could get rid of this crowd here with maybe another grenade, then I think he could get through that door. And I mean, I imagine that door must lead to something safe and secure with no monsters, right? Well, we'll find out next time. Thanks for watching.